Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video I'm going to be doing a book review and I'm going to do it on A Week at the Lake, and this is by Wendy Wax. This is a book that I listened to on audio and I think I finished it like a solid 2 months ago, and I don't know why I forgot about it, and I was like, oh wait, I need to review this one. It's going to be the only book that I'm reviewing in this video, so I'll go a little bit more in depth than I normally would in the other review videos, just talking about what I liked, what I didn't like, if I would recommend it, going about the characters, the plot, all that good stuff. So if you would like to see my review for A Week at the Lake, please keep watching. First, I guess I could probably address the elephant in the room, and that is that I'm wearing a hat. I don't think I've ever worn a hat in any of my videos yet. Couple of reasons why I'm wearing it. One, my hair is just like, it's not a good hair day. I tried leaving it down and I was like, ugh, and then I put it up and I was like, ugh. I put it like half up, kind of like in that weird like half top knot bun, and I was like, ugh, not good. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And also, I'm cold. I just got home a little bit ago and I had my hat on and I kept it on after I got home, and then I went to sit down at my computer and I was like, you could probably take your hat off now. And then I started to film a few minutes later and I was like, I'm gonna put my hat back on because it is chilly outside. It actually did snow like overnight and this morning, but I don't know, I guess it warmed up enough that the snow all melted because it's completely gone now, but I'm still cold. So that's why. And it kind of matched my shirt, so I was like, you know what, let's just roll with it. But anyways, to get into the story, so this is going to be at A Week at the Lake. I will insert the cover over here so you guys can see it. I'm so excited that I can now put the covers in these videos. I'm so happy. I also do have one more piece of news. In one of my last videos, I was talking about the lighting issues that I'm having since we don't have sunshine anymore, and I was getting frustrated about the videos. I found a new light. It's like a taller one, and I put it right behind my camera, so I don't know if that helps at all. I don't have the flash on today. The flash on my phone is just like, it's so harsh and it just completely wipes me out. Like, I could load up with bronzer and I will still look pale as a ghost with that light on. So I'm trying this lamp. I don't know. I filmed the intro. I thought it looked okay, but we'll see how it goes. I did ask for like a lighting set for Christmas, so maybe Santa will bring that to me. If not, I'll just buy it after Christmas. But to get into the story, this is A Week at the Lake by Wendy Wax. I listened to it on audio with audible.com. That's where I get all of my audiobooks from. I'm a big fan of Wendy Wax. I have read a lot of her titles, and she has a lot of titles out there. She puts books out fairly quickly. A lot of times I have been offering her last few books to my review team, and then this one came out and I was like, you know what, I haven't read Wendy in a while. I know I like her books. Like, I'm gonna take this one on. So I did. I decided to purchase it for myself and purchase it through Audible. So even though her publisher said that they would send me a review copy, like an ebook or a print copy, I went ahead and purchased it myself via Audible so I could listen to it on audiobook when I walked with my dog in the summers. Seems like so long ago. So basically, we follow three friends. We have Emma, Serena, and Mackenzie. Our three friends who they used to get together like every single year. They would spend a week at Emma's grandmother's lake house, spend a week together, get caught up. They all lead very different lives. They live in different places. So that week that they could come together, you know, they all really looked forward to it. But then I think it had been like 5 years since they all got together, and Emma kind of cut out Mackenzie and Serena and didn't really give any reasons why. And then all of a sudden she's like summoning them and saying, you know, let's go spend a week at the lake. And they're a little bit confused. They don't really know the reason for her actions. And Emma kind of has a lot going on. There's a lot of secrets that she's been keeping, especially from her friends. And she wants to have this time together so she can kind of come clean and explain herself and that sort of thing. But before we can get to A Week at the Lake, Emma is involved in a very serious accident and is actually in a coma. And that's kind of where the book like starts off. So Emma has a young daughter, and Emma is from like a family that is in show business, but she actually emancipated herself from her parents at a very young age. They were both like in the spotlight, and they really wanted her to be in there. They had her on TV shows, and she wasn't happy with her life, and she wasn't happy with her parents, so she divorced her parents, and basically her grandmother took over for her care, but her family has always still like been in her life, and there's a lot of interactions with her mom and her dad in the book that I thought were very interesting. Her mom was quite a character, but she has a young daughter who now her daughter wants to be in show business and on TV, and Emma is kind of trying to persuade her not to go that way because of all of her things in the past. So it's actually her and her daughter are kind of like arguing about that when Emma gets hit by a car and gets put into a coma. So Mackenzie and Serena were actually like on their way to meet up with her to go out to the lake house when they get the news that she's been in an accident. They, of course, go to the hospital to be by her side, and then eventually Emma does come out of the coma, and they do make it to the lake house to spend, but Emma needs a lot of help. They have like a nurse come in to help Emma with her with her needs, and she was so funny. She's like a Russian, and her scenes in the book, I thought they were so great. She brought a lot to the table. But the three friends are out there, Emma's daughter's out there, they're trying to help her, and then as the storyline keeps progressing, we kind of keep learning a little bit more about Emma and the secrets she's keeping, and of course we also learn more about Mackenzie and Serena as well. We get point of views from all of them, though Emma is kind of the main gal that we follow. We also do get sneak peeks into Mackenzie and Serena's life. They have a lot going on in their own lives. Serena is actually another famous actress, and in the beginning of the book I did kind of get thrown off because first of all we're following three women, but then also Serena goes by the name Georgia Goodbody, and then it almost felt like we had four people we were following, and I was like, wait, who's Georgia again? Is that Emma? No. Is that Mackenzie? Like, I couldn't remember, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. But she's a famous actress. She cannot find romance. She tends to always not even fall, but get together with like married men. We also follow Mackenzie, who her husband is like trying to make it in LA as like a producer, screenwriter, writer, and he gets a really good opportunity and goes out to LA while she's at the lake trying to help Emma. And so they are apart, and what kind of looked like a perfect marriage in the beginning, we kind of learn more and more about the two of them. They're childless. They were not able to have children after she had a miscarriage, and that's been a lot going on in their lives. And then he's trying to make it in LA, and she's not so sure about that life. So there's a lot going on with them. And then of course the biggest thing of all is Emma is actually hiding not one but two different secrets. One kind of about her health, and then one is something that affects the friendships of everyone involved. And as I didn't know what the big secret was until we got closer to the end, and then I was like, I think I know where this is going. I think I know where this is going. It went where I thought it was going to go, and I thought it was very interesting how everything played out at the end, because it's a secret that can really damage friendships, can damage lives, can damage marriages, can damage, I mean, a whole slew of things. And so I just kind of wondered, how is this going to play out? How are these women going to react? How is the friendship going to last? Like, what's all going to happen here? So it was very interesting that I was kind of worried that maybe it would come out and then the book would kind of end and we'd have to think for ourselves, how does it play out? But we did get, I liked the ending. I thought it all came together as nicely as it could, I guess. I enjoyed that we had more to go off of at the end of the book. It wasn't a whole lot, but I mean, it was enough that kept me satisfied. So that's basically the plot. I I had a really good time reading the book. It was very easy and smooth and fast-paced in the beginning, and then once we kind of start peeling back the layers and uncovering more, it almost even picked up even more to me, and I kept getting more excited to get outside so I could be able to listen to this as an audiobook. And then when everything was kind of playing out, it was like, it was so hard to put down. I just wanted to like walk one more mile so I could keep listening to it, which I just thought was so great. That's, you know, obviously that's what you want in a book. You want to not be able to put it down. And so I give it 5 stars. I absolutely do recommend it if you're a fan of women's fiction. This one was definitely a great one, I thought. Characters, that was that like a little bit of confusion with the Serena, Georgia, but once you started getting more into the book, then it was easy to kind of break down the different characters. So then I would know who they were. Each character kind of brought something different to the table, and I'm glad that we got all the different point of views in there. That definitely added a lot to the story. I like that there was a lot focused on the daughter as well. I thought she was a really interesting character. And then, like I said, Emma's mother especially was one who at one point, I just remember being so furious. And it's so funny because I can remember the exact point, like where I was on my walk with my dog when a particular scene with the daughter's birthday is happening and what the mom does there. Like, I can remember where I was and just thinking like, what a terrible woman. What is wrong with her? And so it's so funny how those scenes can stick out to you, but that one definitely did. And then the nurse, the Russian nurse, she was absolutely hysterical. I loved her. So this was an audiobook, so it was being narrated, and I thought the narrator did a fantastic job doing her narration. Her scenes definitely had me cracking up. So not only was the main cast, I thought, built really well, but also the supporting cast was very well written and kept me very engaged in the story. You know, this is an interesting one because while I loved it so much, I don't always love what the characters were doing. Like with Serena, I didn't enjoy that she was always getting with married men. You know, that made me angry. And then she started getting together with a guy who we didn't know for sure, was he still married, was he not still married, but it seemed like a bad idea. And I was like, no, stop, don't do it. But she did it. And then once you are kind of finding out what more happened with Emma, I'm like, you know, I don't agree with everything that she did either. But I like books like that because they are real. Not everyone is perfect. People make mistakes, you know, we know that. So it's nice to have a real, relatable book, especially one that makes you think and makes you wonder, you know, what if I was in Emma's shoes? What if I was in Mackenzie's shoes? What if I was in Serena's shoes? You know, how would I react to the different situations that were happening? And I really like that in a book. So this one I thought had a lot going for it. Again, if you're a women's fiction fan, definitely one that I think would be a good one to pick up. If you haven't read anything by Wendy Wax, she is definitely an author that I do recommend. She's a best-selling author for a reason. She writes a lot of books, a lot of great books, and A Week at the Lake was no exception. So that was my review of A Week at the Lake by Wendy Wax. I hope you guys enjoyed that book review. If you guys have any other books that you want me to review or do a one-on-one review with, please do leave in the comments below. My audiobook listening to has gone down quite a bit now that it's winter and snowy and cold in Iowa. I do not get to go on walks with my dog anymore. I'm very sad about it. But what I have started doing is like cleaning my house. Like the other night I decided to reorganize my closet. I went shopping, you know, of course, for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I got a few new items, and so when I go shopping like that and I buy more than like 2 things, I try to go through my closet and take out, you know, clothes that I'm not wearing anymore, especially around the holidays. I'm very much into like giving and giving back and that sort of thing. So me and my husband put together a big old pile of stuff to take to our Goodwill right by our house. So I did that over one weekend, and instead of just kind of like blankly staring into my closet and pulling things, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook because I haven't been able to listen to it much lately. So I just put the earbuds in, and it really helped motivate me. It helped keep me focused. I cleaned my whole bathroom the next day too, because then I was like, oh shoot, I really did like this audiobook. I want to know what happens. Put the earbuds in again, went upstairs to my bathroom and cleaned the whole bathroom. My husband was like, what has gotten into you? It was so funny. So I'm definitely getting back into the audiobook trance, but I think I have like 3 credits right now on Audible that I really need to redeem and get some new ones. So if you guys have any recommendations, please do let me know. Have any other video suggestions or recommendations that you would like to see, please do comment below and let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, so I know. If you've read A Week at the Lake or you know you're going to read it, please comment below and let me know, or if you've read anything from Wendy Wax, because I'm a big fan of hers. I think that's all I have left to say. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys.